much too long time. Hey guys, I know it's been much too long time. Hey guys, I know it's been much too long since I posted an update, so I wanted to get this video update out and explain to you what's going on with Epsilon and various different things. As you know, I mentioned in, gosh, now is May. I've had to spin down a lot of the team, and so it's just a smaller team working on the game right now. Unfortunately, and I'm going to take full responsibility for this and apologize to you guys, I spent way too much time trying to upgrade Epsilon from the current version of Unreal that it's built in, which is 4.8, into the subsequent 4.9, 4.10, 4.11, 4.12, getting that to work. So that has unfortunately sucked up way more time than it should have, and unfortunately even today is not successful. There's a lot of reasons for that. There's compatibility issues between Visual Studio 2013, which the game was originally built in, Visual Studio 2015, which it is now currently built in, compatibility issues between Visual Studio, Unreal Engine, the game, and some various other things that has, things that we had hoped, or I had hoped, would have taken days, have taken weeks, and now months. I just spent all of today, where Visual Studio 2015 decided that it would hopefully upgrade me to update 3, which is not supported by Unreal Engine yet, which then not only hosed Visual Studio 2015, it also hosed Visual Studio 2013, which the game is originally built on, because apparently Visual Studio does not have standalone between their versions. So these are kind of this compounding tactical errors on my part. A lot of this stuff I'm not as familiar with, being a few-man operation versus a multi-person operation. It's everything is taking longer than I expected it to, and it's kind of frustrating. And on the personal side, combine that, just versus the summer wanting to spend some time with my kids has taken some time out. So everything has slowed down, but what I want to say, and I want to message out to the Epsilon community, again, part apology, part explanation, is that, I've been really focused on trying to solve these technical issues, which I'm not the best qualified for. I'm a designer and a scripter, so I'm trying to solve a lot of engineering challenges that are not my expertise. And I should have been focused on content-based solutions and getting new content out, like setting up co-op through content and setting up the map generator and things that I said in May that I would be doing. But all of a sudden, something that I thought was going to take weeks ended up taking months. And that's the challenge being an independent developer. To be blunt, Epsilon has not generated enough revenue for me to hire, other developers to help me. There are a few developers, and they are awesome, and they know who they are. And hopefully, I think we have some cool announcements about some super awesome dudes that have expressed interest in signing on to the project and coming online. But what we've seen with other developers working on, maybe more of an open version of what we're doing at Epsilon, when these guys get together and they keep going and they keep doing it, like, that's what we have to do. Like, we didn't generate, like, we're not Ark, we're not No Man's Sky, we're not, these people that are generating all this interest and getting all this money. We don't have any money. And in fact, to be blunt, I have generated a massive amount of debt working on Epsilon. Personal debt, and debt that affects myself and my family. Because 2 years ago when I started on Epsilon, the market was different, the Steam was different, things were different, and it was like, oh, well, if we can just do, you know, 20% of what Takedown did, but with a higher rating, we'll be good. Well, we didn't do that. The Steam marketplace has changed. Numbers have changed. Nobody. We just not moving units. So the thing is, the real thing that I want to get across is that I'm going to continue to work on this product. There are other developers out there that are awesome, and if they give me permission to mention their names, I will come out and tell you guys how awesome they are. One thing I really want to apologize for is that it's been hard for me to get into the forums and the social media, because it's very challenging when you spend a week trying to make something work, and you think it's going to work, and you're going to do a new release on Friday, and you're going to go out in the forums, and then it doesn't work, and you're like, crap, it doesn't work. And then you have this problem with the social media where it's tempting and it's easy to just withdraw from that. And I know one of my hallmarks and one of the things that you guys like about me is that I love your feedback. I want to hear what you want to see. If I can do it, I'll do it. And I've kind of pulled back on that in the last few months. And that's just because, honestly, it's because nothing's been freaking working. I still love your guys' feedback, but it's really hard when you're spending 8 hours a day, or 10 hours a day, or 12 hours a day, trying to get something technical working, to then go onto the forums and be like, oh, here's all your complaints, and here's how I'm going to address them. Here's my wife calling me right now, telling me to get off this stuff. Let's record it. Hey, I'm talking to the community right now live, so are you on your way home? Okay, that's cool. I'll let everybody know. No, that's fine. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. And that's the kind of thing I deal with. I mean, it's 6 p.m. I'm at my workstation trying to drive it down, and I've been working all day. So what I'm going to try to do going forward, I need to figure out a system to effectively communicate this stuff. One of the other problems for me is that I've had a challenge embracing kind of the new media. Like some of my buddies, like Randy Greenback, he's awesome. He's working on the new Friday the 13th game. He streams all the time, and he's just really good at just embracing the new kind of media stuff. I'm not as good at that. I'm good at doing this kind of thing. Like I can talk to you guys and let you guys know what's going on. But I'm not good at, hey, every Friday night I'm going to play a tactical shooter and stream it. And while I'm streaming it, I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to tell you to go to my Patreon and all that stuff. I'm just not really good at that. I mean, yeah, I was on the forefront of the Kickstarter stuff, but the Kickstarter stuff seems dead. Like, should I do a Kickstarter? Would you be interested in me doing a Patreon? Or would you like me to, I could take another AAA job and work on a AAA game, and then just work on something like Epsilon and Hotel Blind like on the weekends and just slowly update it. Like some of the other developers are working on tac shooters, they have full-time jobs. I don't. I'm literally working on this all the time, all day long. I know you haven't seen me for months, but I've been busting my ass on this. And I've not done a good job of updating what's going on. But, maybe I know the hardcore fans. I know, Naruto and Rocky and all you guys, like, you want to make it happen. And you guys have been awesome for years. But should I keep banging against this and not really making any money? Because I really haven't made any. I've spent way more money than I made, like to the point where it's an issue. I've spent a lot of money trying to make this title, and I haven't recovered most of my investment. And that investment is not cash, that's a loan. So there's real world implications to me and my family and to all these things. Gamers don't seem to don't seem to give a shit. But hey, I mean, straight up right now, should I set up a Patreon? Every once in a while, there's it seems like there's this bump where people are like, hell yeah, make the game. And I get, $500. That's happened like 5 times. I've generated like $10K from the early access, $10,000. I've spent like lots times more than that. I've paid lots of people, great people. And now a lot of those great people are coming back and saying, hey, we want to work for free. But there comes a point where even if they're working for free and I'm working for free, I can't afford loan payments. So I have to take a AAA job. I have to go work for an EA or UB just to even make the loan payments to pay for the game. Even if I'm only working on the game, 2 hours a night. If you guys want me to work full-time in the game and bring these people in full-time, tell me what you want me to do. Do you want me to stream on Twitch? Do you want me to set up a Patreon? What do you want? I'm trying to make this game for you guys. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I want to do. I want to make this game that you guys that are the Rainbow Six, the SWAT, the SOCOM, the Ghost Recon, all those folks, oriented towards the CQB action. Because other people, like Squad and Ground Branch and all those other guys, they're doing the outside stuff. Well, let's do the CQB stuff. What other CQB game has the amount of orders that you can give to your team, both on a single order basis and a pre-planning basis? I'd love to expand that. I want to keep working on it. My hat's off perfect. So anyway, please, in these comments, I'm going to put this on YouTube, which will be totally horrible, and people will tell me to go kill myself, and lots of negative stuff. That's great. Okay? So let's get together as a community. Let's coalesce. I know I haven't been on the Steam forums. I know I haven't been on the Cerealan forums. I'm going to mitigate that with help of my friends like Rocky from GhostRecon.net, who's been awesome in the community, in the Ghost Recon community for the last 15 years. People like Bella, who's coming from the shooter community, like the Destiny community, who wants to make games like this happen. I'm going to take people like that. I'm going to bring them together. We're all going to come together. There's developers like, I can't say their names, but they're awesome developers that want to contribute to this project. We need to come together as a community, and again, a lot of this is my fault. A lot of this is that I've ignored the community for too long because I thought I could put something out quickly, and all of a sudden, that was May, and now it's August. But thank you so much for all your support. Let's get this done. Let's make it happen. And tell me how I should make it happen. Like what platform? Just help me out. I'm not good at this stuff. The Kickstarter thing was like, it was kind of came about just, it was crazy, and yes, there was a nice guy called Sean Anderson who was a good video producer and made a video of me getting tortured and dumped water on my head. And if you want to run another Kickstarter, let's do that. But let me know. You got to tell me, because I can't spend 12 hours a day, trying to fix errors in the game and make the game better, and also keep up on all, like, where I'm supposed to be, how am I supposed to interface with all these things? I just want to make good games. So if you can help me as a fan of tac shooters, whether it's Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, SOCOM, SWAT, the Regiment, like all these games, if you're a fan of that stuff, like, come help me. Tell me what to do. Tell me how I should do it. Because at this point, I'm not doing very good, and I could use some help. So, thank you very much. Semper Fi. There's my fist. Semper Fi. um, and appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much.